Good afternoon, CFM. This is our Friday workout. Let's begin with the warm-up. Start with 3 rounds through. We're gonna get some air squats in, starting right out of the gate of opening up the hips, knees, ankles, feet, everything. Take your time on those. Feel free to stretch around a little bit on the first few reps as we do it. Then I wanna get some vestibular stimulation, and this is an important concept. I know I hammer this one all the time, but getting upside down, finding your center of gravity, finding the horizon as soon as you pop up from the floor is really important to maintaining your balance. There's also a host of neurological benefits that you get to doing somersaults and tumbling work, as well as just flexibility of learning how to control your body when it goes to the floor dynamically, right? There's a lot of benefits to that, especially as we get older. And I say this as someone who just turned 44, that I resist it. I can feel that resistance building up inside of me of like, do I really have to? I kind of don't feel like it today. You know, I've done somersaults my whole life. Why do I need to keep doing them? It's that old thing. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? And if you stop doing somersaults, eventually you stop being able to do somersaults. And then when you need that stability or that balance, it's not there, right? So my goal is to kind of keep nudging everyone a little bit outside of their comfort zone to do this uncomfortable thing, even though I know you don't feel like doing it. Very few people have told me, hey Matt, could you program more somersaults into the workouts? I really love doing those. That's just not a thing, right? So we're doing it because we know it's good for us, not because it's super fun and exciting and you can't wait to get to the gym for the next set of somersaults. Band hamstring curls. So band attached around the rig. I'm reaching one hand down between my feet, heel up first through the band and then toe down. Other heel up first, toe down. And then I'm getting good tension on the band, curling my heels all the way to my butt. If anyone wants to do Nordic curls as a substitute for this, feel free, use the Nordic curl machine, and then sneak out of the band and then take your seat for seated hip swivels, right? So knees inside 90, feet stay planted on the ground, hands are wherever they need to be in order for you to keep your balance, right? If you can possibly get your hands off the ground and lean over the top of your legs, this is a little bit more demanding of that hip flexibility. So if you've been working on these, this is the next elevated position to do it from, okay? We'll get through that for 3 rounds and then moving to our back squats. All right, so we'll have back squats as normal, sets of 7 this week, working up in that 70 to 85% range for sets of 7. So we're in that like moderate strength, moderate weight zone, or moderate volume zone for our squats. And then we're going to do an overhead eccentric lunge. I just happen to have a slam ball here. If you want a plate, if you want any other type of overhead object, that is fine. But what I want to see is the body is holding an object in the overhead position. I'm in my lunge stance and I'm going 10 seconds of a perfect lunge all the way until my knee touches the ground, and then press back up normal, and then another 10 seconds. So we're doing both legs 2 times with an object overhead, trying to take exactly 10 seconds, no faster, no slower, no change in velocity as we go down, etc. Right? That is our superset, and we're getting 5 sets of 7, so it's going to take a little bit longer. At the end of this, we have a very short, but what's a good word for it? Not fun. No, that's not the right word. Devastating. This is an awful, awful chipper. And I say that up front just to like set expectations. This is a nasty, short little workout. I know the numbers don't seem that high, but you pack all these things together, moving as quickly as you can through them, and it will roast you, right? It's gonna have that Fran lung feeling. So get yourself ready for a short duration, high intensity workout. How bad could it be? It's gonna be over in 6 or 7 minutes, right? Okay, so we have your barbell. We're gonna load it up, 75, 55 is the weight. We're gonna start with thrusters, right? So 3, 2, 1, go. We pick the bar up and we're going squat, press, squat, press, 20 reps. And then we're gonna finish in the front rack position, right? Front rack lunges is next. Again, 20 reps. or 10 per leg, right? Next, we're going to a jumping lunge. Same movement, but now we've taken the weight away and we're increasing the speed. So jump, switch, jump, switch, jump, switch. If you need assistance on this, on the jumping lunge, but you can do the weighted one fine, then we take our band, we throw it over the top of the rig, right? And I've got my hands out front, like so, elbows pointed ahead of me, and I can still use the same jumping motion when I do this. The only thing I don't want to see on the assisted jumping lunges is your hands out behind your head or elbows off to the side like this, because it really changes the body position of the lunge and makes you lean and extend your spine, right? So try to keep, if we're doing band assisted jumping lunges, I just want to see your hands out front, elbows pointed ahead of you when you do that. Next is going to be 20 pull-ups, standard pull-ups, nothing fancy here. This could be kipping, it could be jumping, it could be butterflies, etc., whatever it needs to be. And then after you finish your jumping lunges, a tiny little 25-20 calorie sprint on the bike to finish, and that is it. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. You're off to the races. Ideally, everything's unbroken. In reality, you'll probably have to break up the jumping lunges, you might have to break up the pull-ups, and then the bike sprint is just a sprint at the end, right? So good luck to you all. This should be a fun, hot one. Feel free. This is one where I'd like to see some competition. I want to see you push yourself hard, always adhering to proper movement standards and the safety of like bracing the spine, keeping the heels on the ground for the squats, hips in line with the knees, in line with the feet, right? All of the normal standard range of motion and safety precautions apply, and I want to see it hot. Have a great one. I'll see you for our workout tomorrow.